Hello, gouache lovers. Hi, newbies. Thank you so much for joining me. I am Tracy Ann, and I am currently on my Gouache with Me series, where I'm doing the moon at the moment. Skyscape, seascape, landscape, just a total escape, Alright, so I have a quick tidbit for you because I'm doing the moon at the moment. So there are different types of moons. So in January, you have the wolf moon. In February, snow moon. In March, worm moon. In April, full pink moon. And in May, the flower moon. You also have in June a strawberry moon. July, buck moon. In August, Sturgeon moon. September, the corn moon. In October, hunter's moon. And sometimes a blue moon. In November, beaver moon. And in December, the cold moon. So I just did a little bit of research and decided to let you know that we don't just have a full moon only, but there's different categories of moon, and the moon isn't it doesn't get its name because of what's happening, like worm moon, not just because of that, but because of the things that happen around the earth as well as on the earth, because they say worms come out during March, right? Or April showers bring May flowers, so May would be flower moon, and April like a pink moon or a full pink moon. But the idea is when the sun, the earth and the sun is aligned in different positions, that also help the moon to get its name. So not only does, like, if they say a full moon and the wolves or the dogs, they howl, it also means that the earth is aligned in a certain position with the sun, casting a shadow and creating that effect. Alright, so be aware or mindful that these are actually what creates these different type of moon. So in January, the wolf moon, the wolf moon is named after the howling of like hungry wolves lamenting the scarcity of food. That's the myth behind it. And then other names for this month, full moon, includes like old moon and ice moon. In February, where we have the snow moon, it's typically cold and snowy weather, and in North America, that earns name for snow moon or storm moon because of the cold weather. In March, where we have the worm moon, it's derived from Native Americans calling this, it's a full moon of a winter worm, or it's a tail actually. So the other names include chaste moon, death moon, crust moon, and sap moon after the taping of maple trees. But these are myth, as well as they're just legend names because of what is assumed to be happening at that time. So in April, pink moon, as again the Native Americans call it April's full moon or the pink moon, after a species of early blooming wildflower. So hence it gets its name, pink moon. And in other culture, this moon is called the sprouting grass moon, the egg moon, or the fish moon. Okay, and in May, many cultures refer to May's moon as the flower moon. And it says it occurs because spring gets going. It's start to get to spring. Sorry, I can't talk at the moment. And other names include like the hare moon, the corn planting moon, and the milk moon. And for January, we have our lovely strawberry moon. This is the harvesting of strawberries in June, which gives the month the name full moon, strawberry moon. And the Europeans call it the rose moon, while other cultures may name it the hot moon for the beginning of summer heat. As I said, these are just legend and they're probably folk tale, but it makes it quite interesting to know where these moons get their name from. In July, the buck moon, or the male deer, which shed its antlers every year and begin to regrow them in July. Hence, the Native Americans call it the July's full moon, and some refer to this moon as the thunder moon due to the summer storms in the month. Other people call it the hay moon after July hay harvest. And in August, the Sturgeon, Sturgeon moon, I hope I'm pronouncing that right, is for the fishing tribes, called August full moon. And this moon, it's where the species appears in number. The Sturgeon moon is since the species appear in number during this month, it's also called the green corn moon, as well as the green moon and the red moon for the reddish hue it often takes on in the summer haze. Quite fascinating. In September, the full corn moon. September's full corn moon is known for crops and gathering of the end of the summer season, and this moon is particularly bright and rises early. It allows farmers to harvest and to work in their fields longer at night. That's why we don't go to our bed early, because we still think it's daytime when the sun is up and it's way past 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock. Yes, this is the full corn moon that we're getting in summer. This moon also is called the barley moon, and it comes up nearest, and it is often the nearest full moon to the equinox, earning the title the harvest moon. All right, in October we have Hunter's moon, and this name comes from the month of the hunters in September. Fattened deer and fox, and they're hiding and they're hunting them, so it's the hunting season. Just like the harvest moon, the hunter's moon is also bright and long, and it gives the hunters a chance to stay longer outdoors to do their stalking of the animals and trying to get them, which like, leave the animals alone. But that's the name for it. Some other people call it the travel moon and the dying grass moon. I guess because it's trying to say autumn's coming, right? So November is the beaver moon. There is a disagreement over this of the original name. Some say it comes from the Native Americans setting beaver traps, and others say it comes from the heavy activity of beavers building their winter dam. But whichever way, it is called beaver moon. Alrighty. And in December, we have the cold moon. This is by no means exaggerated. December comes the winter, and it's the full moon. That's very cold. Others call it the long night moon or the oak moon, but I say it's the cold, chilly moon. And often once in a while we say we get a blue moon. Alright, so blue moon, it's actually not just blue. It has to complete at least 12 full cycles in a phase for about 354 days. which is probably about 11 days short of our regular calendar year. And every 2.5 years or so, this different adds up to an extra 13th full moon. So we get that extra moon, which we call the blue moon. So it is not really just because it's blue, but it's because of the cycle of our solar system, or if you want to call it that, or moon cycle. So we get that extra moon appearing on like a 13th moon. Alrighty, so I hope this little tidbit was able to open some of our understanding regarding our moon phases. Well, we do have about 8 moon phases. And what are moon phases? Moon phases are when we look up at the moon and we don't always see the surface of the moon. It's just a position and how it is actually located. So we have the 8 phases. Hang on, let me get some info. So there are actually 8 phases. Sometimes when you look at like pictures and so forth, or even at the moon itself, you'll see it looks like a half a moon, like a crescent, just a different shape from being full. These are actually the stages and phases that the moon goes through. So we'll have like a new moon, like the very first moon for the month. Then we will have like a waxing crescent moon, and then you'll have a first quarter moon. And then the next stage would be a waxing gibbous moon, Gibbous moon. Then you have a full moon, and after that then you'll have a waning, waning, waning gibbous moon, and then the last quarter moon, and then a waning crescent moon. We also hear of a blood moon. A blood moon occurs when the moon dips low in the sky through the Earth's shadow, which casts like a reddish glow across the satellite, giving it that blood red look. So they call it a blood moon. And you also have a supermoon. A supermoon is when a full moon is very close to the Earth's orbit. Yeah. And you also have something that's called, a moon that is called a black moon. Now that sounds pretty creepy, but it's actually not. It's just the second full moon that appears in a month, and that is called a black moon. So it's nothing wrong with the moon. It doesn't become black or anything. It's just that there's a lot more shadow being cast on it, so it appears to be very, very dark, and the sky seems to be darker than normal, and then they call it black moon. So black moon to a full moon. Alrighty, so I do hope you have learned a little bit more about the moon, and I hope to bring you at least a few more gouache paintings with my moon series, and just for educational purposes, as well as to give us a bit more insight on our subject matter when we're actually presenting them to you, my viewers. So thank you so much. I hope you enjoy this, and I'll see you in my next gouache with me.